When someone calls with a computer problem, any details they can provide about the exact nature of the problem may be helpful. For example, is the computer slow all the time or just in a particular program? Is a computer just slow during startup or when saving or retrieving files? Has anything new been installed at the time you first noticed the problem? Do any error messages appear on the screen? If so, write or print down the error messages. Pressing the print screen key copies the screen of the computer, and then you may paste it into the Paint program or a Word document. This will all be helpful for you or a support person to identify the cause of the problem. If your computer appears to be running really slow, it is possible that one or more applications can be hogging the CPU. The task manager might show this by looking at CPU usage, although it is still possible for the computer to run slow and show low CPU usage. Looking at the Processes tab shows the CPU usage and the amount of memory used by the individual processes running. The Applications tab shows only the total CPU usage and if the application is running or not responding. Matching the application name and the image name shown under Processes can sometimes be difficult. Other times it's very obvious. It is possible to increase the speed of Windows by giving up some of the cool look and feel of Windows. First, click on the Start button and then the Control Panel icon. When the Control Panel comes up, click on the System icon. Next, click on the Advanced tab and the Settings button in the Performance section. Next, click Adjust for Best Performance. Having too many fonts installed on your computer can cause it to run slowly or have other issues. As Windows loads, every font is loaded into memory. Programs that use fonts will load faster also. Try to keep the total number of fonts under 500. Closer to 200 is better. Often, you have no idea what fonts are being installed on your computer because the fonts are being added as you install some new program on your computer. Also, putting too much on the desktop of your computer can slow it down also. If you search for information on the internet for articles or videos related to slow computer performance, you will no doubt come across a Microsoft utility known as msconfig. For performance issues in startup, msconfig is used to deselect programs that automatically start when your computer boots up. I am showing you how the utility is started in some of the screens, but I suggest that you research msconfig more and decide if you feel confident modifying your computer's startup. Click on the Start button and then click on Run. Type in msconfig and then click on OK. The System Configuration utility appears in the General tab, but it will be the Services and Startup tabs that we will be looking at. Before you start making changes in the Services and the Startup screens, I suggest you do some additional research to figure out what items you can safely turn off and what you need to have running. Some of the problems that can cause your computer to run slow can be very difficult to diagnose and repair. It could be a hardware issue, device driver issue, or a combination of issues. If you are connected to a network, drive mapping issues can slow a computer to the point it takes several minutes even to open a word processing file. In these cases, you might have to seek help from a computer store. The registry is a large file that Windows operating system uses to store all the vital information about the hardware and software configuration and the system settings of your computer. It is continually being written to and read from by application programs. Every time a new program is installed or uninstalled, entries are changed in the registry. In the process of uninstalling programs, often registry entries are not properly removed. Spyware or virus programs can put some nasty entries in the registry as well. Over time, errors in the registry can slow your computer to a crawl or cause errors to be displayed on the display screen. There are programs that claim to fix registry errors, but I remain rather skeptical how well they work and if new errors might be introduced. Using a software program like Ghost by Symantec, you are able to copy an entire image of your computer's hard drive. The image is compressed, but still can take a considerable amount of storage space. External USB hard drives are a good media to store the Ghost image on. With a good image backup, you should be able to completely reload your computer, including operating system, all applications, data, and settings. The caveat is you must do the image backup before there is a problem with your computer. At some point, it might be necessary to completely rebuild your computer because the problems on your computer are too severe to fix. This is something you might consider letting a computer professional do. Often Windows will be on one CD and some of the drivers you need are on another CD. Each one of the drivers on the CD is installed separately, often with a reboot in between. Next, all your application programs must be reinstalled, and devices like printers, and then all of your data must be copied back. It is a time-consuming process. On the upside, after a fresh install, the computer should run with the speed it had when new.